back again. That boy back again. He's back again. He's back again. Thought it was no round twos. What? I don't even know what this is yet. What's good, y'all? This is Skip, one half of Decipher. My boy DJ can't be with me because Kendrick don't seem to respect normal 9-to-5 working men and women, but that's cool. Today we are going to react to Kendrick Lamar's new drop, Watch the Party Die, that he released on Instagram. I was able to find it on YouTube, so that way hopefully everything works smoothly. But if you haven't, if this is your first time on the channel, make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe, all that good stuff. Kids sleep, so I got to kind of keep it down a little bit. But I'm going to make sure I still give y'all the reaction y'all came to see. Patreons, all of that good stuff. Let's get to it. Watch the Party Die, Kendrick Lamar. I don't know what to expect, like I said. But if it's anything like what he been doing, I already know he finna go crazy. All right, let's go. Real quick, I said I was gonna say this. Shout out to my boy Streeter. He called me and told me to listen to the song or whatever, told me it was out. I ain't believe him. And we ended up having a laugh about it once I saw these black Air Force Ones. That's what made me think about it. So shout out to Streeter. And yeah, we're gonna get back to it. He said it was spiritual, so I'm anxious to see. And it seemed like Kendrick went back to the old samples. So that's we know for sure now that that's a motif for the battle.
Watch the party die. The shit that got too wicked to apologize. It's different, get them whacked and disqualified. We even kill the killers cause they like taking innocent lives. Burn a whole village, we start over. It's really that time. Why reason with these niggas if they can't see the future first?
Hold on. My boy really upset. And he's firmly into the villain era. It's no more the Mr. Nice Guy from Mr. Morale. He got everything out the way, and now it's just Drake. You done turned him into somebody else, or allow him to become who he wanted to be, one or the other.
I think it's time to watch the party die. The shit that got too wicked to apologize. It's different, get them whacked and disqualified. We even kill the killers cause they like taking innocent lives. Burn a whole village, we start over. It's really that time. Why reason with these niggas if they can't see the future first? Why argue with these clowns if the circus is well at work? Just
okay, he addressing a lot in these lines right here. We even kill the killers cause they something about the innocent dying. I feel like that's more to the you don't get no brownie points for beating your chest, harassing and messing with good people, make good people go to bat. I think he's still eulogizing those loose ends being tied. And with this clown thing in the circus, he talking about the members of the media who seem to have been on Drake's side regardless of how the situation went until probably Not Like Us came out. And for the sake of the very small amount of credibility they had left, just go ahead and give it to Kendrick, even though he had won in a landslide. They was like, yeah, he finally won with Not Like Us, because it was undeniable. But let's keep going.
that man can't see the future first. Why argue with these start over? It's really that time. Why reason with these niggas if they can't see the future first? Why argue with these clowns if the circus is well at work? Just walk that man down, that'll do everyone a solid. It's love, but tough love sometimes gotta result in violence. If you parading gluttony without giving truth to the youth, the graveyard is company. Just tell us what casket the truth. They party more than bitches. Tell me what are you working for? They glorify scamming. You get chipped over this credit card. Influence.
Hold on, let's go back. He talking real.
But tough love sometimes gotta just walk that man down. That'll do everyone a solid. It's love, but tough love.
To walk the man down, do everybody a solid is him talking about just the battle and how everybody seemed to have a problem with him being Drake, and Kendrick annihilating him in the way he did kind of did everybody a favor, because some people wouldn't have been able to pretty much get the job done. And Kendrick, being as big as he is, being as great as he is, and knowing what he had on him, he was like, hey, I go ahead and do the job. I'm doing God's work. And it's not just the people who was opposed to him in the music industry, but he was also doing this as an act of service to the fans too. Culture first. And that was something he stuck to the whole way through this battle.
Is well at work, just walk that man down, that'll do everyone a solid. It's love, but tough love sometimes gotta result in violence. If you parading gluttony without giving truth to the youth, the graveyard is company, just tell us what casket to choose.
Wow.
They party more than bitches, tell me what are you working for? They glorify scamming, you get chipped over this credit card. Influencers talk down cause I'm not with the basic shit, but they don't hate me, they hate the man that I represent. The type of man that never did right cause I want a favor, the man that resides in patience. So where the soldiers at, the ones that lost it all and learned to learn from that. A thirst for life, head inside a book cause he concerned with that. Information that'll change his life because he yearns for that. Dedication, finding out what's right cause he can earn from that. I feel
Okay. Yeah. He changing the narrative. This song, along with if you hadn't been properly paying attention throughout the battle, Kendrick's entire aim, on top of destroying Drake, was destroying the man that he represented. When Kendrick said, y'all don't hate me, y'all hate the man I represent. In verse, he wanted to destroy the man that Drake represent. He was saying that he was, his rap persona and the music he puts out is an act of gluttony. You know what I mean? So Kendrick is attempting to right that wrong by moving him out of that pole position. No Diddy. So we can start to rechange the narrative and continue to present hip hop in a way that it was initially created for, and to be more fruitful for the fans as opposed to just microwavable, low quality, low vibrational content, because you know that it's easy to consume and that the people are going to purchase it, but at what end to them? You're not helping them, you know what I mean? And that's what Kendrick feels like hip hop is, as an art form, is a way to help the people who consume it. You know what I'm saying? So you got to get them something of value to consume. And what you put out is a big part of what's inside. So if you garbage in, you putting garbage out. Let me go back a little bit.
shit, but they don't hate me, they hate the man that I represent. The type of man that never did right cause I want a favor, the man that resides in patience. So where the soldiers at, the ones that lost it all and learned to learn from that. A thirst for life, head inside a book cause he concerned with that. Information that'll change his life because he yearns for that. Dedication, finding out what's right cause he can earn from that. I feel for the women that deal with the clown and nerd shit. Can't blame them, today they ain't really got much to work with. How many bitches harder than a lot of you niggas will trade all of y'all for nip? I can't be proud of you niggas. God give me life, dear God please give me peace. Dear God please keep these lame niggas away from me. Dear God keep me shining, the fuck do they really think? Pocket watching, you must be the police. God bless these words, dear God bless how I think. Dear God draw the line, they trying to confuse them with me. Dear God please forgive me, you knowing how hard I tried. I think it's time for me to watch the party die.
Okay, sheesh, this kind of feel like Life of the Party a little bit in tone. It kind of feels sad. He said, dear God forgive me, you know how hard I tried. That goes back to 616 when he was like, my confession is yours, but who am I if I don't go to war? There's opportunity with dealing with loss. I discover myself when I fall short. That whole part of that song was about him having a one-on-one conversation with God and like trying to find resolution in the fact that he has to go to war, even though war in its essence is a bad thing, tearing somebody down, but it's like for the greater good. So it puts you in a position of being conflicted. You know what I'm saying? So he was like, yeah, God, I had to do it. And you know I had to do it. So all I can do is ask for forgiveness. It's going to help more people. So if I have to be sacrificed in that process, or have to be chastised in that process, I'm willing to go through it because I understand in the long run it's going to help a lot of people. And it might even help the person I'm going through with. That's why he was like, it's all love, even though it's tough love. So it's a reason to it. It's a reason behind it. And he's advocating for people who respect patience, who pursue knowledge, and who live to enrich themselves, because at the end of the day, that's the purpose of life. Like, and that's why the title of the song is so appropriate. Watch the party die. And if you watched me and my brother DJ, we did a What's Beef deep dive on this Kendrick versus Drake. And at the end, we said, are y'all really ready to have a conversation and stop the party? Never would I have thought that it would, be the title of the song, you know what I mean? Like, and he said it in Meet the Grams, I don't want to crash your party or whatever, but it's like, yeah, at some point, the record stopped, and we got to actually start having real-life conversations. And I'm going to let him continue to talk, but I did just want to express that.
Prayed all of y'all for nip. I can't be proud of you niggas. God, give me life. Dear God, please give me peace. Dear God, please keep these lame niggas away from me. Dear God, keep me shining. The fuck do they really think? Pocket watching, you must be the police. God bless these words. Dear God, bless how I think. Dear God, draw the line. They trying to confuse them with me. Dear God, please forgive me. You knowing how hard I tried. I think it's time for me to watch the party die. Get them gone, we go watch the party die. Send them home, we go watch the party die.
Something about that felt ODB-ish. Get them gone.
I think it's time to watch the party die. Street niggas and the corporate guys, the rappers that report the lies. I need their families mortified. We can do life without them, get their bodies organized. Tell me if you oblige. No more pillow talking, jump starting neighborhood wars. Dirty macking bitches because your spirit is insecure. The flashy.
Okay. All right, this just took a turn. He went from addressing, it seems like Drake and people like him is saying, God, like, continue to keep a line between us. Like, cause that's what this whole beef saga was about. Like, drawing a line in the sand and creating separation between culture and commerce, spiritual ineptitude or spiritual perversion, and being properly aligned. So it's like, hey, just draw a line so they know the real from the fake, you know what I mean? And just respect for the craft of hip hop. Like, so just respect, honor, dignity, all of that on this side, the complete opposite on that side, and I want the line to be firm so we know what's going on. And then he jump into this verse, and he talking about, let's just get the bodies organized with all of the people who are a part of the problem. Let's do away with all of it. That's what this, I'm realizing the song is meaning. It's got a lot of that party is wide ranging, but it's a lot of different rooms in that party. You know what I mean? So he like, let's just clear out all the problems. And he went to the street shit, and it's a connection to the West Coast. That's a rumor that I won't discuss on here because I don't know nothing about that shit for real enough to be talking. But if you know, you know. And if that's what he talking about too, especially after something he said in that previous verse, it makes all the sense in the world.
I think it's time to watch the party die. Street niggas and the corporate guys, the rappers that report the lies. I need their families mortified. We can do life without them, get their bodies organized. Tell me if you oblige. No more pillow talking, jump starting neighborhood wars. Dirty macking bitches because your spirit is insecure. The flashy nigga with nasty decisions, using money as a backbone. I want his head cracked before he's back home. The radio personality pushing propaganda for salary. Let me know when they turn up as a casualty. I want.
Hey, he hates you, bro. He wants you done for. And you got a weird case too. So we don't even want you in the culture, especially how you came up in the culture. We want you up out of here too. This part on this cellular sound like he talking about Drake per se. This sound like some more close to home shit. Outside of the media, because we know he talking about Cam, Mace, Gilly, Act, I can't remember no other prominent Rory, Maul. Maul, I used to like you, man. I used to like you as a radio podcast personality, but this beef brought out the worst in you, as it did a lot of people. But you, it's like you taking a personal issue to destroy how people view you. For what? For what? Or you revealing who you always were. You just needed a proper engine to charge you up. It's tough sled, man. And with that being said, we want you out. How can you be respected if you ain't got no integrity or credibility? Get out of here.
They bodies organized. Tell me if you oblige. No more pillow talking, jump starting neighborhood wars. Dirty macking bitches because your spirit is insecure. The flashy nigga with nasty decisions, using money as a backbone. I want his head cracked before he's back home. The radio personality pushing propaganda for salary. Let me know when they turn up as a casualty. I want agony, assault and battery. I see a new earth filled with beautiful people making humanity work. Let's kill the followers that follow up on popping mollies from the obvious degenerates that's failing to acknowledge the hope that we trying to spread. If I'm not his vote, then you need to bring his fucking head or film that shit in high res. God, give me life. Dear God, please give me peace. Dear God, please keep these lame niggas away from me.
If you can't, even if you don't like Kendrick, and you just happen to be listening to this song or watching this reaction or getting tapped in through the back and forth with Drake, you can't say that he don't come across like he mean everything he's saying. And with this, it really sound, metaphorically or not, it sound like he wants y'all completely obliterated. And going off the shit that he been saying, bro, especially for Meet the Grams, because that's what this feel like too. It feel like a Meet the Grams for everybody, but the slow tempo, the voice, the anger, like being hidden behind like discipline, like not going as crazy as he could go, knowing how he feel, but he want to be clear and concise in what he's saying, and he wants you to understand that he's not just mad in the moment. Like, this is a serious part of his spiritual conflict, y'all existing. Like, because his mission is the complete opposite of whatever y'all doing. So the world would be better without y'all in it. And that's deep. If you really want to talk about the existential crisis within hip hop, especially with the amount of hip hop artists who have lost their lives in the last month due to drug use, and in the last 10 years due to senseless violence, gang and the like. Let's keep going.
Keep me shining, the fuck do they really think? Pocket watching, you must be the police. God bless these words, dear God bless how I think. Dear God, draw the line, they trying to confuse them with me. Dear God, please forgive me, you knowing how hard I tried. I think it's time for me to watch the party die. Sometimes I wonder what Lecrae would do. Fuck these niggas up or show them just what prayer do. I wanna be empathetic, my heart like D1, but I will. It's time to get these devils out the way. Heavy metals on my sword.
Dude, what'd he say? What you mean by that? Shout out to D1 and shout out to Lecrae, a gospel artist and an artist, a gospel artist in Lecrae, or a Christian artist, and then D1, an artist who is sole purpose is the enrichment of the people, and akin to this, holding hip hop artists accountable and making them aware in the public eye of their influence and being selective of what they say, because their voice is powerful. And if they didn't know that, they wouldn't jump in the genre to make money. But it's another argument for another day or today.
Confuse them with me. Dear God, please forgive me, you knowing how hard I tried. I think it's time for me to watch the party die. Sometimes I wonder what Lecrae would do. Fuck these niggas up or show them just what prayer do. I wanna be empathetic, my heart like D1, but I will. It's time to get these devils out the way. Heavy metals on my sword, we settle hard disputes today. The ghetto Hollywood divorce, say hello to your future fate. The culture bred with carnivores, you let them snack, they eat your face. The signatures is being forged. They wonder why I'm not enthused to drop. The more visible you get, the more your spiritual is tried. It's cynical to say I know these artists petrified. The end result in jail by Jezebel, a drugged up full of lies.
Hold on. hold on. He wouldn't be Kendrick without a section where he started to defy gravity and activate that Andre 3000. Yeah, man. You're watching a master at his craft, bro. If nothing else. If nothing else, bro. And I like how he's bringing up the artistic mortality. You know what I mean? And how when you try to stand on something, people find reasons not to like you. But when you go along to get along and rap about stuff that's detrimental to the culture, you get celebrated. And that'll take a lot from you. J. Cole said in January 28th, don't give them too much you. Don't let them taint your soul. Don't let them take control. One thing you do, don't let them taint your soul. You know what I mean? That whole hook. If you believe in God, one thing's for sure, you don't aim too high, you aim too low. So with this, Kendrick is saying, like, I'm fighting an uphill battle every time I drop because I'm trying to help the people. You know what I mean? And a hate train is created with that, like it's something bad. You know what I mean? Like I'm trying to save hip hop, or reinvigorate hip hop. I'm trying to help people who need it. You know what I mean? And all y'all can do is try to cast judgment on me and tell me who am I? Why do I think I'm perfect? Who am I to get a message? I'm somebody who's walking in my purpose that I feel God chose me for. And for you to stand in my way, you end up on songs like this. Because bruh fed up now. He fed up. And the only thing stopping him from going all the way left is his relationship with God.
It's time to get these devils out the way. Heavy metals on my sword, we settle hard disputes today. The ghetto Hollywood divorce, say hello to your future fate. The culture bred with carnivores, you let them snack, they eat your face. The signatures is being forged. They wonder why I'm not enthused to drop. The more visible you get, the more your spiritual is tried. It's cynical to say I know these artists petrified. The end result in jail by Jezebel, a drugged up full of lies. Critical, I know my physical is tested all the time. I'm pitiful, sunk in place soon as I'm questioning my pride. I'm seeing ghosts, blacking out, relapsing one thought at a time. I spare no feelings that ain't mine. I'm in my feelings when I slide. A nigga wonder what Lecrae would do. Terrence Martin said I'm mentally with layers, true. I flood the market with my best regards. I paid your dues. So what's up if you ain't one of ours? It's bad news. My nigga Jay Estrada said I gotta burn it down to build it up. That confirmation real as fuck. It ain't too many real as us. Locking into what I trust. Looking outside, the kids live tomorrow. Cause today the party just died.
We're gonna run that last verse back. I just want to hear it again.
Get these devils out the way. It's time to get these devils out the way. Heavy metals on my sword, we settle hard disputes today. The ghetto Hollywood divorce, say hello to your future fate. The culture bred with carnivores, you let them snack, they eat your face. The signatures is being forged.
Give them an inch, they take a mile. With the you let them snack, they eat your face. Once you let people into this genre, into this art form, into a space that's supposed to be held within a regard, they're going to continue to be a poison, be a virus, be a cancer, until nothing is left. And that's why we have to be better at gatekeeping. This is a prime example of, not to that extent, but the whole Post Malone thing. We let Post Malone in, he copied elements from the culture. He got braids, he got tattoos, got a grill, called himself White Iverson. We let him build a claim. You know, we supported him, we backed him, and by we, I mean HipHop Culture, which is predominantly a black culture as far as the culture itself, but commerce, you know, it includes a lot of other ethnicities, races, you know, all of that. But we let him in, we celebrated him, we propped him up. His biggest song, I think, to date is a song he made with a rapper, the song that made it on the Spider-Man. And then next thing you know, he talking about it ain't no substance in hip-hop. He dissing hip-hop. And then he walk out and don't come back. So it's like, we got to be mindful of who we let in. You got to gatekeep. Other genres gatekeep. People gatekeep genres that they didn't create. Country music is being gatekept by people who didn't create it. Rock and roll was taken and shoved in all of these different directions, chopped up, sliced down, mutilated, perverted, all of that from a essence that it wasn't that they didn't create. Blues, jazz, all of it. You know what I mean? So it's like this is one of the last genres that we still at least have a foothold in. So we gotta preserve this shit, man. Like, and this the most vocal genre of the group, where people can get in and speak from this specific way of life. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of people who create rap music come from a similar struggle or have a similar epigenetic structure. You know what I mean? And if you know what I'm talking about, you do. But if you don't, you don't. You know what I mean? So we speak a common language, even from different areas of the country, areas of the world. We speak a similar dialect. So we understand each other even when the words don't connect. So, yeah, man, like, we got to gatekeep that. That's sacred. We're going to have people in it who don't know it, don't understand it, can't reinvent it. You know what I mean? Can only cosplay, and that's going to end up getting to a point where if nobody has the essence, is it still what it was? You know what I'm saying? And that's what, like I said earlier, that's what the Drake versus Kendrick was. That's what that battle was on more than one level. And that's what this song is basically eulogizing. Let's get back to it.
Wonder why I'm not enthused to drop. The more visible you get, the more your spiritual is tried. It's cynical to say I know these artists petrified. The end result in jail by Jezebel, a drugged up full of lies. Critical, I know my physical is.
Rest in peace to all the artists we lost in that fashion. And all the people that we know from where we from who went jail over a chick.
Visible you get, the more your spiritual is tried. It's cynical to say I know these artists petrified. The end result in jail by Jezebel, a drugged up full of lies. Critical, I know my physical is tested all the time. I'm pitiful, sunk in place soon as I'm questioning my pride. I'm seeing ghosts, blacking out, relapsing one thought at a time. I spend no feelings that ain't mine. I'm in my feelings when I slide. I mean, a nigga wonder what Lecrae would do. Terrence Martin said I'm mentally with layers, true. I flood the market with my best regards. I paid your dues, and so it's up if you ain't one of ours. It's bad news. My nigga Jay Estrada said I gotta burn it down to build it up. That confirmation real as fuck. It ain't too many real as us. Locking into what I trust. Looking outside, the kids live tomorrow. Cause today the party just
Just in case he say anything, I hadn't heard it yet. This is in closing. Great song. He really building like he on his way to a 10-song EP, bro. And he could just call it the shift. You know what I mean? It's not just a diss. It's the shift in culture. You know what I mean? And he's taking up arms with that. You know what I mean? He's taking that extremely serious. And the people that he's around also consider this a mission. So, yeah, man, this is the definition of standing by your conviction. This is the definition of not being afraid to bet the house on what you stand for. And this is also on some John Wick shit. Like, at this point, y'all brought me back in the field, so I'm no longer here to either be out of the way or let y'all get away with what's been going on. It's up. Like, I cleared away with all of y'all, and he great enough to where he feels like he can do that. And everybody's scared anyway, so you're going to either apologize or step in the way and get demolished. Excuse me. But yeah, man, that's it. Leave y'all comments in the comment section with your favorite lines, thoughts of the song. When I can get DJ, we're gonna do a lyric breakdown of this song because it's so much. So if you haven't subscribed to the Patreon and you want to become a decoder, go to the Patreon. I'll leave that in the description. YouTube members, I ain't, not really on YouTube members like that. Patreon gives us more freedom. So if you want to get exclusive content, go to the Patreon. If you're new to the channel, check out all of the content we got, man. We got a lot of content, especially if you're new. We got album reactions, lyric breakdowns, album breakdowns, hip-hop discourse. We got a whole podcast we starting on Patreon if you want to become a decoder on that tier. But yeah, man, until next time, man, we out of here. Peace.